Security guard, officer, agent. Why do these titles spark so much debate in the industry? Let's be honest, some professionals treat their title like a badge of honor. You've probably heard it before. Don't call me a guard, I'm a security officer. Others shrug and say, what's the big deal? My check clears either way. But here's the question, does the name actually change anything about the work itself? Or is this just a battle over perception? Let's dig deeper. Legally, the answer is complicated. Your title might depend entirely on your location. In Maryland, the law explicitly uses security guard. Cross into Virginia and you're a security officer, even if your duties mirror those in Maryland. In Washington state, you need a security guard license, regardless of what you call yourself. Some states, like Texas, use terms like agent of the owner in legal contexts. Others, like California, restrict the word officer to avoid confusion with law enforcement. Pennsylvania mandates compliance with the Lethal Weapons Training Act 235, requiring certification for those carrying firearms. This certification designates individuals as certified agents, but the general industry terms remain security guard or security officer. The takeaway, your title often hinges on where you clock in, not your skills or responsibilities. Why do some insist on titles like officer or agent? It's often about image. The term security guard can conjure stereotypes. Think of the unengaged worker or someone with minimal authority. Officer sounds formal, suggesting training and purpose. Agent might evoke specialized roles, like corporate investigators. But here's the reality. The core duties, patrolling, reporting, deterring incidents, rarely differ. I've seen this play out firsthand. At one site, I worked as a contract guard. The client had in-house security too, but they weren't called guards. Oh no, they were assistant vice presidents of security. I saw the title on a business card and asked the general manager about it. She laughed and said, the title's mostly to justify their salary. So there you have it. They did some extra work, but not enough to be actual VPs. They weren't just officers, they were assistant vice presidents, associate to the assistant vice president, corporate security liaison extraordinaire. At the end of the day, they were well-paid in-house security with supervisory duties. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Here's the irony. Titles don't grant authority. Whether you're called a guard, officer, or agent, your legal power is limited. Most states allow you to observe, report, and, in some cases, detain individuals until law enforcement arrives. With certain exceptions, you're limited in your ability to make arrests. You can't bypass laws. A badge labeled agent doesn't let you carry a weapon if your license prohibits it. The truth is, your authority comes from your training and local laws, not the words on your uniform. Titles might sound impressive, but then you remember that the King of England doesn't actually have any governing power. So yeah, to the public, titles are irrelevant. Ask someone to explain the difference between a guard and an officer, and they'll likely struggle. Most people see security as a single category, the guy in the booth. You could have security agent emblazoned on your uniform, but in a crisis, they'll still shout, "Hey, security!" What matters isn't your title, it's how you handle the situation. Are you calm under pressure, knowledgeable, professional? That's what leaves an impression. Respect isn't handed out with job titles. It's earned through action. Imagine two scenarios. A guard who dismisses a concern with "not my problem" versus one who listens, takes notes, and follows up. Who do you think the public will trust? Or consider a security professional who de-escalates a conflict without force versus one who oversteps their authority. Titles fade into the background. Competence and integrity take center stage. Case in point, remember Acorn cop firing at an unarmed suspect when he panicked at the sound of an acorn falling on his car? Do you think his title of police officer made him seem any less of a complete fool in that situation? At the end of the day, people remember how you treated them, not what your badge says. Let's cut the shit. At the end of the day, you're not a guard, officer, or agent. You're a security professional. Full stop. Whether you're wearing a cheap polyester uniform or a suit with AVP on your business card, what defines you isn't the title. It's knowing your job, doing your duties, and treating everyone with respect. Fancy labels might justify salaries or stroke egos, but they don't make you better at the work. A security professional stays vigilant. A security professional solves problems. A security professional earns trust. So let the suits argue over titles. You just keep doing the work. Because when it matters, nobody cares what's on your badge. They care what's in your character. Like and subscribe for more guard guides and be safe.